Hey everyone, welcome to your core and glute workout today. Today we are going to be needing our big squishy ball, and then starting off with our springs, we have a red, blue and yellow for your beginner, or 2 reds and a yellow for your intermediate. Whenever you're ready, let's slowly make our way down onto our backs, taking the ball with you. Head comes onto the headrest, and then popping your heels just up onto the foot bar, and then reaching up and placing the big ball between your knees. Hands stay down by your side. From here, we're going to slowly tuck, peel, and lift our hips to the ceiling. Squeeze the glutes at the top to then slowly roll back down to tap the carriage. Take this nice and slow here, really feeling each part of the spine as we lift. Great work. As we come up, think about driving the knees up and over the foot bar, flexing the toes back towards your shins to then slowly roll back down. Lots to think about here. As we're coming up and down, we want to keep that squeeze and tension on the ball between our knees, really waking up the inner thighs and keeping the carriage nice and still. For that more advanced option, we have our arms up towards the ceiling to challenge our balance. Looking good, guys. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. We lift and hold at the top in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lift and hold at the top from here. Let's squeeze the ball in and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way back down. Awesome work. Take a little rest, give the legs a shake out if you need, and then reset yourself back into that same position. Hands up down by our side. We're going to add on further now. So next time, we're going to lift, hold at the top. We squeeze our glutes. From here, let's press the foot bar away from us, extend the legs long, and then drive the bum back towards the heels. Stop the carriage, and then roll all the way back down to tap the carriage. Great work. We lift up into our bridge. We hold at the top. Keep the hips lifted as we press out to extend. Slowly draw back in, creating that tension behind the legs to roll back down. Remembering to always keep some tension and pressure. I can't talk. And pressure on the ball as we press in and out. Option to lift your arms up to the ceiling for that balance challenge here. Looking good, guys. 10 seconds here. Great work. On your next one, we're going to lift up and press out and hold in 3, 2, 1. Pressing out and hold. Let's slowly return back in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Good work. Reaching up, grabbing the ball, just hugging your knees to your chest, taking a rock from side to side. Awesome. From there, feet come back onto the foot bar. We're going to lift our hips up here and then pop the ball underneath your lower spine. So just right at the bottom. Once you have found that position there, just sitting all the way down on top, hands come down by your side to brace yourself. From here, very carefully and slowly, lifting one leg to tabletop and then lifting the other leg to meet here. Making sure knees are directly stacked on top of your hips and then just shins are parallel up to the ceiling. Core is automatically engaged here as we're balancing on the ball. If at any point you feel like that ball is getting too much, just popping it out and down by the side if you need to do so. From here, let's start to extend the left leg long and then slowly drawing it back towards the right to meet. Let's alternate through. Right leg goes long and then draw back to tabletop. Taking this nice and slow here. The slower you go, the more challenging it will be. Fantastic work. We think about drawing belly button down to spine, scooping the belly, Extra challenge, if you're feeling up for it today, both arms come up to the ceiling into your tabletop position. I'm going to leave my arms down today, but if you want to take that option, feel free to do so. Great work, everyone. Starting to really feel the connection down into your lower core here as we work through this exercise. The lower your leg goes down towards the foot bar, the trickier it's going to be. Looking good. Let's add on a little further here. So we're going to have right leg extension, back through center meet. We then have our left leg extension, back through tabletop, and then a double leg extension. So both legs go long, and then both legs spin back in. Let's alternate through. So 2 single, and then 1 double. If you're feeling that that double leg extension is feeling too much, coming back to the single legs extension. If you'd like to advance this movement even further here, double leg extensions, get rid of the single. Almost there, we have 15 seconds. Fantastic work, let's go for 10. Lifting both our legs up to the ceiling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs come to the ceiling. If you can, let's extend the legs nice and long here. Otherwise, just a slight bend through the knees to keeping them relaxed. From here, let's alternate down into our scissors. So left leg goes long down towards the foot bar. Great work. We then slowly sweep it back up to meet the right at the ceiling, alternating the legs. Once again, the further you take the leg down towards the foot bar, it's going to be a little bit trickier. So just play around with where you feel the most comfortable. If you'd like to add on further here, we're going to come back to that sequence we just did before. So we have alternating 2 single, and then we're going to come through a double leg lower. So both legs come down together, and then both legs go back up. You have left, right, double. Awesome work, everyone. If you'd like to advance this movement even further now, for the last bit here, you can work through your double leg lowers. 15 seconds here. All right, let's go for 10. We hold both our legs down halfway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs come down halfway. Last little bit here. Start to flutter the feet. So little feet like you're swimming through water, up and down. Last bit, push through. Can you get those legs down a little lower? We have 10. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees to the chest. Pop them down onto the foot bar. Lift your bum. Take the ball out. Just drop it down onto the ground. Hands find the shoulder blocks, heels find the foot bar. Just start to take that windscreen wiper motion as we drop the knees side to side, feeling the spinal rotation. And then 1 more each side. Perfect. Coming back through center when you're ready. Hugging the knees to the chest for the last time. Just taking a little rock from side to side. And then making your way up when you're ready. We are going to change our springs over here. So we have 1 blue spring is our beginner option, and then 1 yellow is your intermediate. Once you've changed that over, just grabbing your big squishy ball, I'm going to pop it down onto the headrest, and then just rolling over to lie onto your side. So I'm lying down onto my left-hand side first. Coming down, head comes down onto the big ball. And then with your top hand, just reaching behind you, just going to wriggle our bum back so it's onto the edge of the carriage there. We've got our knees tucked up like we're in a seated position. And then reaching down, we're going to grab hold of the long strap, pull it by the rope, and then popping it onto your top foot. We have, I'm so sorry everyone, I said I'm lying on my left-hand side. I am lying on my right-hand side. All right, knees are stacked. I've got my left foot in the loop, and then feet are stacked, hands on our hip. From here, we're going to start to work through our clams here. So keeping the feet connected, we're going to open the top knee and then draw it back down to tap the bottom knee. Opening up and then drawing back down. Taking this nice and slow, really starting to feel the fire and the burn through the side of the glute there as we're working through. Want to think about rotating through the hip socket here as we open and close. We all have different range of movement here, so don't feel like you need to get your knee all the way up to the ceiling. Just out in front of you, we want to keep both hips facing forward here, so try not to roll back. So just keeping it in front of you. Make the movement smaller here if you're feeling like you're starting to roll. Fantastic work. Perfect, let's go for 10 seconds here. We're going to lift and hold the knee up to the ceiling in 5, 4, 3, 2, lift, hold the knee. From here, let's kick the left leg long to extend. We then bend from the knee, heels find each other, and then close the clamp down. Great work. We open the top knee, kick long, we extend. Bend the knee, feet find each other, closing down. We alternate through 1 clam and 1 extension. Ten seconds here. We kick the leg long and hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, kick the leg long and hold. From here, we sweep the leg forward in front of us and then slowly sweep it back towards the foot bar. So want to try and keep the foot at the same height as the foot bar as we sweep forward and back, creating a nice straight line across the wall in front of you. Perfect. If you'd like to add on further here, let's point our toes forward. We then flex the foot and then sweep it back. Great work. So we point forward and then flex back. Ten seconds here. Sweeping the leg forward, we hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, sweep forward and hold from here. Let's point the toes and then take them down to the ground. Tiny pulses up and down. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep all the way back. Great work. Bend back in. Take the loop off your foot. Reaching up, popping it back onto the peg. Give the glute a punch out. Woo. Awesome work. Let's sit all the way up, taking the ball with you, just dropping it down onto the other side of the reformer. Let's come straight back into some core work here. So switching around, making our way, hands come directly onto the foot bar, directly underneath the shoulders, and then stepping up and walking your feet to the edge of the carriage. Just making sure the feet are just underneath your hips and carriage is in at the stoppers. From here, let's lift our heels so we're up on our balls of our feet. And then from here, chest is gonna stay nice and still over the foot bar. We're gonna take the legs out behind us into a plank. From here, we have our knee tucks. So keeping the chest still, we drive the knees towards the wrists, we bend in half. We then draw back out nice and long for your plank. Draw the knees in, draw back up. Get the bum down nice and low. Draw belly button towards the spine as we work through this core exercise. Let's pick up the pace. All right, 15 seconds here. We press out and hold our plank in 5, 4, 3, 2. Press out and hold from here, static hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pike the hips to the ceiling. We fold in half, look towards the toes, and then press straight back out long into the plank. Great work. Folding in half. Lift the hips, look to your feet, and then come back down into the plank, look towards your hands. Like someone's pulling us from our hips up to the ceiling as we work through this sequence here. Great work. Keeping your heels lifted as we press in and out. 15 seconds. Let's go for 10. Press out and hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press out and hold, static hold into your plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw back in. Great work, guys. Drop the heels down and then just take a stretch backwards. When you're ready, making your way back down onto the carriage. Grab a drink of water if you need one, and then just grabbing your big squishy ball, popping it down onto the headrest. We're going to even out the side lying. Perfect. When you're ready, grabbing hold of your big ball, let's pop it down onto the headrest. And then this time I'm lying down onto my left-hand side. Head comes down onto the headrest, and then just with your hand feeling behind you and shuffle your bum to the back of the carriage there. And then grabbing your long loop, pull it by the rope to pop it onto your top foot. From there, let's stack our knees, stack our ankles. Top hand just comes onto your hips. Let's work through our clamps to start off with. So separating the top knee, we open up. We then draw back down, knee taps the bottom. Heels are still connected here as we work through our clams. Starting to feel the burn through the side of your glute as we work through our side lying sequence. Awesome work. Carriage to be staying nice and still here as we open and close the top knee. $15 seconds here. Let's go for 10. We lift and hold the knee to the ceiling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold from here. Let's kick the top leg long to extend. Bend the knee, feet find each other to then close the knees back down. Open wide. Kick to extend. Bend from the knee, heels come together. Close the clam. Alternating through your clam and your leg extension here. $15 seconds here. Kicking the leg long, we hold in 10. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick long and hold. From here, let's start to sweep the leg forward. We then sweep it back towards the foot bar. Remembering just looking down at your foot bar there and then trying to sweep the leg forward and back about the same height. Extra challenge, we point the toes as we sweep forward and flex the foot as we sweep back. 15 seconds here. Holding the leg forward in 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, sweep forward and hold. Let's point the toes, turn them down. 8 pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep it back, draw the knee in, take the strap off your foot. Great work, everyone. Hanging the strap back onto the peg there. And then grabbing your ball, rolling back, and then slowly making your way up. We're going to change our springs over here. So everybody is going to come onto a red, blue, and yellow spring. Last bit here for today's workout, just grabbing hold of the ball again, and then making your way back down. Head comes back down onto the headrest. And then this time, feet come onto the foot bar here, just underneath the hips, but we're going to come down onto the balls of our feet so our heels are lifted high away from the foot bar. Ball is in our hands, and then reaching the ball to the ceiling. All right, from here, keeping the heels lifted, we work through bridges. So same thing, let's tuck, peel, lift the hips up, and then slowly roll back down to tap. This is going to feel quite tricky here. We are already quite fatigued, so just taking it in your own time. If at any point you're feeling like the heel lift is too much, you can always pop the heels down onto the foot bar and then work through bridges from there. Otherwise, heels are still lifted high away from the foot bar. Let's always keep some tension on the ball here. So pressing on the ball, keeping the arms engaged as we work through the glutes. Extra challenge, we add a pulse up, down at the top of our bridge. Last glute burner here for today's class. Awesome work, everyone. Push and challenge yourself. You can do it. About 20 seconds left of work for today. Great work in 10 seconds. We're going to lift and hold up into our bridge. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up, let's hold. Tiny pulses with the hips up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Great work, guys. Popping the ball down onto the ground. Hug the knees to your chest. Take a rock from side to side. And then popping your heels down onto the foot bar. Let's take a stretch with your right ankle. We pop it onto the left, taking that figure 4 stretch there. If you'd like that deeper stretch option, just lifting the left foot up off the foot bar and then holding behind the left thigh. And then relaxing down into the stretch. Great work. Let's change sides. Right heel comes down, left ankle goes on top of right. For the deeper stretch, let's lift the leg and then draw it towards your chest. And then letting go. Popping both heels down onto the foot bar, hands come onto the shoulder blocks, taking that windscreen wiper motion again, knees fall side to side, nice and slow. Eye gaze can go towards the opposite direction for the full rotation. One more each side. And then coming back through center when you're ready. And we are all done for today's quick glute and core workout today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.